everybody. My name is Anne Marie. This is my first ever YouTube video. Maybe my last. I don't really know. I have to see how this goes. I'm on here because I run a travel Instagram. It's not very popular. You can follow it if you want. I'd love for you to follow it. It's called Small Girl Real Big World. The few people that do follow me answered kind of one of those question boxes that I put on my Instagram story where I said, you know, ask me any travel questions you have. So I thought I'd make a YouTube video. So I started, I guess you could say, my travel journey. In the fall of 2017, I studied abroad at the University of Leicester in the United Kingdom, and I just fell in love. You know, I've never really went on my own. I never really ventured out, and I didn't really know what I was doing with my life. I still don't, but like, I really didn't, and now I just really don't. Not as bad. But so I went abroad and I met the best people. I had the best time, the best experiences. So I studied abroad in the fall of 2017, loved it, decided to go back in the fall of 2018. Best decision I ever made because I just relived my experience again, but kind of made my own mark, so it was wonderful, and that's where kind of my love of traveling started. I just actually recently started my page. I started it 3 weeks ago, maybe, and it's just been really fun for me to post photos that I've taken that have just been sitting in my camera roll that I haven't really gotten to share or talk about. So it's nice that I get to share. You know, I only have like 320 followers, but every single one of them like actually cares about what I have to say, so it's pretty fun. Yeah, so that's why I'm here making this YouTube video, to answer some of their questions and just talk more about traveling. Before I get started, I do have to post a little disclaimer. Like, what you're going to be hearing in this video, those are my personal travel tips and tricks. They're what work for me and what have worked for me, and they might not work for some other people. So these won't work for everybody, I mean, like, come on, everybody's different. There's what, billions of people in the world. Like, my travel hacks are gonna work for everybody. Like, if they would, then I would be famous and the president, but I'm not. So that's the first part. And the second part is always do your research before you travel somewhere. I do my research before I travel somewhere, anywhere. Even if I think I know a lot about it, I still do research, because some places have different laws and rules that you're not used to, you don't expect, and you need to be prepared for that. And in no way do these travel hacks and tips apply to everywhere. They've applied to the places that I've traveled. You always need to be mindful and respectful of the rules and the laws of other places before you go. And so I guess do things legally, but if you want, and if this would work for you, take my travel hacks into consideration. So now that I've talked your ear off and you've probably fallen asleep, let's just actually get into it. Okay, so the first question I got was, where do you find where to stay? So I normally stay in hotels, Airbnbs, or hostels. I search all of them before I go someplace. Sometimes I've found great deals on hotels. So don't rule hotels out. They are a bit more expensive, but sometimes that can work in your favor. There's been a couple times where the hotel has been about overall total $20, I would say. 20 pounds, euros, 20 money's worth more than an Airbnb, but the hotel includes a free breakfast, which, if you kind of think about it, in the end it really evens out. So usually I guess I would say Airbnbs are my first, then hotels, and then hostels. And this leads into the next question, which is, what are your experience with hostels? So I'm a very high maintenance person. Like, I'm not super high maintenance, but I'm up there on the list. I don't like sleeping with random people in the same room. That's just something I've just never been cool with. There's people out there who are like, go with the flow, relax. They've been great. I have friends that are. My boyfriend's super chill and cool with that, but I'm just like a weird person. I'm not. I normally don't stay in them. I have stayed in them a couple times, but that's because my friends and I booked an entire room in the hostel, and so that for me was better because, like, I'm sleeping with people I know. So when I have stayed in a hostel, I have felt very comfortable, and I have had good experiences just because I guess I am staying with my friends. But I've only had positive experiences, I believe, because I've been in the same room as my friends. We all have the same kind of respect, ideas, yada yada. You know, I have heard my hostel horror stories. My friends have had hostel horror stories when they've stayed with other people. I guess my thing is, if you're cool, if you're laid back, go with the flow, go with a hostel. Like, it's fun. You're surrounded by people, the same people, like, who are doing the same things. They're traveling. Oftentimes they're on their own or in small groups. You know, you can meet up, you can meet new people. I mean, even when we stayed in our own private room, there's so many events in like hostels. But I guess just be careful. That's what, I mean, I guess I'll say it with everything, but do your research. Like, don't be stupid. If you're gonna go to a sketchy hostel, it's gonna be sketchy. If you're gonna go to a sketchy hotel, it's gonna be sketchy. So Airbnb did give me a code to give new users some money off their first booking. So if you're looking to book with Airbnb and want some money off, I will link that in the description below, so you can just click on my code, sign up with your account, and then you get money off. The next question is, where do you find where you go? So I, like I said before, first started traveling like around Europe and the UK in 2017. I haven't really been to many places. So for me, I guess it was about price. So usually we kind of hit the cheapest destinations just because I'm a college student, I'm broke, I'm trying to travel to a bunch of places. You know, I haven't been anywhere either, so anywhere sounds good to me. But I guess that's how I choose where I go. So the next question is, what is your dream place specifically? Oh, so this is like the best and the worst question you could ask me. And my dream is to travel to every country in the world. So we'll see if that happens. I guess I'm gonna put my top 3 because you can't make me choose my top 1. My top 3 are the Maldives because they just look like absolutely unreal. Fiji, because I'm a huge beach girl. I just love the idea of like crystal clear water, and Fiji seems amazing, obviously. And then Greece. I've always wanted to go to Greece. I wanted to do it when I was abroad both times, but and I feel like if you're going to go to Greece, you really need to just spend time, hit them all, really experience them all. So I would definitely say Greece. Like Santorini, have you seen pictures? Santorini looks unreal. The next question was the best place to go in Italy. So I haven't even like made a dent in Italy. I've been to Rome, Venice, and Capri. I guess I could tell you my favorite place in Italy. I loved Rome. Rome's incredible, you know, but it's very touristy, and that's not a problem. But I love to just relax, lay on a beach, just chill out. And Capri was just that and more. The water was crystal clear. We took a boat around the island. It's just this oh my god, it was just stunning. And it was just nice because their beaches aren't sand beaches, they're rocky beaches, so you didn't get all like that sand in your stuff. And it was just so nice to just relax on like a beautiful beach next to a beautiful ocean. And I'd go back in a heartbeat, you know, I'd live there. Like it was just no place I've ever been before. So the next question is, what home comfort do you miss the most? Oh, I'm a mac and cheese girl. I love mac and cheese. But like, sometimes I've got that craving for Kraft mac and cheese. I know it's not the best mac and cheese out there. I know people, whatever. But oh, I just could not find it anywhere. I found it in this one store in the mall in the UK. It was like £7 for one little box of mac and cheese. But I totally did it. I did it. I really spent £7 on that, but I just needed mac and cheese. It's kind of weird because most people would say they're better or something, but no, I miss the Kraft mac and cheese. Okay, so the next one I got was, do you send postcards? Yes, I do. Oh, I love postcards. It's such a great idea to send postcards. It's nice to share where you're going with people, to kind of brag a little, but it's also nice to tell people you're thinking about them. You know, it's hard. Like when I was abroad, time difference, it's really hard to get in contact with people, but to send a postcard, it really means a lot to people. I would say send postcards. Like that's just, it's such a great idea. People really love it, and then you can brag about where you've been. So I mean, it's a win-win. The next question is best thing you bought. It's a Hydro Flask. I save in the environment. I really recommend everyone should buy a Hydro Flask, especially travelers, because one, you're saving the world, saving the turtles, and then secondly, it's really great for traveling. You empty it out when you go through airport security, and then fill it up when you're through security. You've got ice cold water that stays for hours, sometimes even days. But the main reason why this is the best thing that I bought is because I've been able to put stickers of the places that I have been all around it. So this is what I do instead of souvenirs. You know, I like to remember the places I've been, and I do have the memories in my head and the pictures on my phone, but I really love to buy stickers of the places I've been, and I haven't found a place that doesn't have a sticker yet, knock on wood. But yeah, I think it's like really cute. So it's a great way to save the environment, but then to also show off like how cool and travel-y you are. So the next question I got was, would you skydive? Yes, I would so skydive. I think that would be so cool. I was actually gonna bungee jump in Berlin. They have this like, I guess, bungee jump that's off this super tall building, but I never got around to it. So the next question I got was, do you ever get homesick? Yes. Usually not on short trips, like I went to Italy this summer for 2 weeks, or spring break for a week, you know, not on little trips. I never get homesick, because you know you're gonna come home shortly. But when I was abroad, I really did get homesick. The people at home will be there when you get back. You know, your house is going to be there, your family's going to be there, your friends are going to be there, and if they're not going to be there, they're not very good friends. So everything's going to be there when you get back, and you know, you see things at home. I see my friends going out with each other, and it doesn't feel great, but also you're doing something amazing. You're traveling, you're experiencing new things, you know, you're making memories on your own, but you just got to remember really what you're there for, and that in the end this will all be worth it, and you're gonna miss it when you're home. So the next question I got is, how do you deal with overpacking? I'm the worst overpacker in the world. I'm guilty as charged. Handcuff me and take me to jail. No, but really, I'm the worst overpacker in the world. What's really helped me is rolling, because that saves a lot of space. I give some rolling tips and tricks on my Instagram again, if you want to check that out, in the same highlight as the Skyscanner one. But I guess the biggest thing that's helped is I plan out my days. So I'll look at the weather beforehand, I'll look at the activities that I want to do or what I'm doing, and I'll plan it out beforehand. The question that was next was, how do you afford travel? So I don't really get many things done. I don't have eyelash extensions, I don't get facials, I don't get massages, I don't tan, don't like coffee. Weird, crazy, I know. I don't like coffee, so I don't really spend money on coffee. That's where I save a little too. But I also work. You need to work. You know, I also save a lot of money. I've always saved my money for birthday or Christmas. Usually I don't ask for gifts. I ask for money towards trips. So yeah, next question is, did you study abroad? This is from one of my friends, so everybody makes fun of me because I talk about how much I studied abroad, but let me tell you, when it's the coolest thing you've ever done with your life and something that's really impacted your life, it may seem obnoxious that I talk about it a lot, but it is just something huge. You know, I finally found something that I love, something that makes me feel good about myself, something that I'm good at, something that's given me a purpose and helped me figure out my life, and something that are you kidding? I made the coolest memories ever. I met Kane Will. I went to Italy. I went to over 12 different countries. Like, come on. You can't tell me you wouldn't talk about that if you got to do it too. So, the next question is, where to next? Well, in the US, I actually will be leaving next week. I will be going to Colorado to visit my best friend in the whole wide world, who I met when I was studying abroad. Her name's Abby. She goes to CSU in Colorado. I've never been to Colorado before, and so I booked a trip, and I'm going to go visit her for her 22nd birthday. Internationally, I will be going after I graduate back to the UK, and then immediately from the UK I'm going to Bari in Italy. I hope I'm saying that right. But we're flying into Bari, and then about 30-minute drive away is Poliano a Mar. If you've never seen that place before, you need to check it out. The coastline just looks insane. I'm going with my boyfriend. It's kind of like a mix between both of our birthdays and my graduation gift. It could be nice because we're going to relax. We're going to stay in Poliano for a while, but then we're also going to go to some other towns nearby that aren't far. So yeah, I'm really excited for that as well. So I've got a lot of cool things planned. Thank you for watching. I don't know how many of you will have made it through this whole thing, but if you did, I'm extremely grateful that you actually listened to me chat, and we should be best friends. I hope this answered some of your questions, helped some of you out, and maybe I'll make another video sometime. But for now, follow @SmallGirlRealBigWorld, And if you want to see other things, obviously comment below or message me on at Smallgirlrealbigworld. And for now, happy traveling!